Wait, before you watch this video, I need to warn you about something. The dogs you are about to see are not normal dogs. Some of them act like comedians. Some of them act like complete chaos machines. And some of them honestly make you question how dogs even survived thousands of years of evolution. But here's the challenge. Try not to laugh. Seriously, most people watching funny dog videos fail this challenge in less than 30 seconds. Let's see if you can last longer. Dogs are known as man's best friend. They are loyal, they are loving, and sometimes they are unbelievably ridiculous. One of the funniest things about dogs is how they react to things they don't understand. For example, mirrors. The first time many dogs see their own reflection, they believe they just discovered another dog, a very suspicious dog, a dog that copies every single move they make. They bark, they tilt their head, they walk closer to investigate, and the moment they move, the other dog moves too, which only makes the mystery even bigger. Another classic dog moment happens when a dog discovers something very important, their own tail. Now, you would think that a dog would understand that their tail is part of their body, but apparently that information never reached some dogs. They see their tail move, and suddenly the mission begins. They spin in circles, faster and faster, trying to catch the mysterious moving object behind them, and somehow the tail always escapes. From the dog's perspective, this must feel like the greatest unsolved mystery in the world. But dogs don't only get confused. Sometimes they get extremely dramatic, especially when it comes to bath time. The moment a dog hears the word bath, everything changes. Their happy personality disappears instantly. Suddenly, they become the saddest creature on earth. They slowly walk away. They lie down on the floor. They look at their owner with eyes full of betrayal, like they just heard the worst news of their life. Some dogs even pretend they can't walk anymore. They refuse to move even one step. But something magical happens the moment you say the word treat. Suddenly, the same dog that couldn't move 2 seconds ago is running at full speed. It's one of the fastest recoveries in the animal kingdom. Dogs are also incredibly talented when it comes to stealing food. Some dogs have turned snack stealing into a professional skill. They don't just grab food randomly. They create a strategy. First, they pretend to be innocent. They sit quietly. They look away from the table. They act like they are not interested at all. But the moment you look away for 1 second, their plan begins. Slowly, they move closer, step by step, carefully watching every movement. And then, at the perfect moment, they grab the food and run away like their life depends on it. The funniest part comes after the crime. When the dog tries to act innocent again, they sit there quietly, looking confused, like they have absolutely no idea where that missing sandwich went. But one of the most legendary dog behaviors has a special name, the zoomies. Almost every dog owner has seen this. Your dog is peacefully sleeping, completely relaxed, not moving at all, and then suddenly, something inside their brain activates. The dog jumps up, starts running across the house at full speed, slides across the floor, runs to the couch, back to the door, across the room again, like they just remembered an extremely important mission. Nobody knows exactly why dogs get zoomies, but when it happens, pure chaos begins. And after about 30 seconds of absolute madness, the dog suddenly stops, walks slowly back to the couch, lies down, and falls asleep again like nothing ever happened. Another hilarious thing about dogs is how they react to certain words, especially 3 magical words: walk, food, and treat. You can whisper these words from the other side of the room, and somehow your dog will still hear it. Their ears go up instantly. Their eyes lock onto you, and their tail starts wagging like a helicopter. Suddenly, the dog that was half asleep becomes the most energetic creature in the house. It's like someone just turned on their secret power. Dogs may not always make sense, but that's exactly why we love them so much. They don't try to be funny. They don't try to entertain anyone. They simply exist, and somehow they still manage to create the funniest moments imaginable. Sometimes they sit in strange positions like humans. Sometimes they fall asleep in the most impossible places. Sometimes they bark at absolutely nothing. And sometimes they proudly walk around the house carrying a sock like they just won a championship. But the truth is, life with dogs would be a lot more boring without these moments. Because dogs have a special talent. They make people laugh. They make people smile. And they make ordinary days feel a little bit better. And honestly, that might be the most important superpower any animal could have. So if you laughed at least once during this video, congratulations. You officially failed the challenge. But when it comes to funny dogs, failing this challenge is actually the best possible outcome. Because in the end, dogs don't just make the internet funnier. They make life funnier too. Dog face. And here's another moment that proves dogs might actually be nature's greatest comedians. Imagine this. A dog suddenly becomes very serious, staring at its own tail, slowly turning just a little more, and then suddenly spinning faster and faster, like it just started its own engine. And it feels like there's only one thought in its head. I almost got it. And here's the funniest part. Some dogs actually know the tail is theirs. They're just playing with it. For them, it's like a tiny game they invented for themselves. But here's a really interesting fact. Dogs can understand up to about 150 words. Yes, almost like a small child. So when their owner says words like walk or food, most dogs react instantly, sometimes a little too instantly. A dog might be lying on the floor looking extremely lazy, like it has absolutely no plans to move for the next hour. But the moment someone quietly says the word treat, suddenly the dog is standing right next to you, and nobody really knows how it got there that fast. Now, here's another thing that makes dogs incredibly funny. They can be very dramatic. Sometimes the owner leaves the room for just 1 minute, but when they come back, the dog reacts like they haven't seen each other for 10 years. Jumping, happy barking, running around the entire house, and the tail wagging so fast it looks like it might actually take off. It's so pure and so ridiculous at the same time that it's almost impossible not to laugh. And this is what makes dogs so special. They can be incredibly smart and completely silly at the exact same time. For example, a dog can easily find a hidden toy, but then suddenly get scared of its own shadow, or start barking at the vacuum cleaner like it's the most dangerous enemy on earth. And honestly, that's exactly why we love them. Because with dogs, life is never boring. And sometimes it almost feels like they do these weird and hilarious things on purpose, just to make our day a little bit funnier. Dog face with tears of joy.